everyone. Welcome to the Sun City Stitchers channel. I'm Carlene.
And I'm Marlene, and this is Floss Tube number 37.
Welcome to our very first Floss Tube of 2023.
Yes,
so happy New Year, everyone. We hope you had a great ringing in of the new year. Marlene and I have had a busy week. For those of you who maybe have not seen our channel before, just really quick, we are both retired educators. I spent the first semester filling in as a principal at a campus. They were between principals, and so they call me periodically and ask me to fill in. So that's what I fill my time with. And I finished up right before Christmas. They finally got a new principal for the campus. And so I am adjusting again to having, getting into a routine so that I don't just like flit from one thing to another because I tend to do that. Marlene is also a retired educator.
And I do online tutoring. And so
just in the area of reading.
Yeah, just in the area of reading.
And just the elementary level.
Yeah, mostly elementary level. I have one.
Oh, that's right. You have one that's middle school. Yeah.
But
you've been working with her since she was in elementary school.
Right. So she kind of just moved up. And so before Christmas in the fall semester, I had 12 students. And now I've gained a few more. And so I'm up to 14.
So you are going to be very busy.
Yes, my schedule is really full.
She's already worrying about how she's going to fit cross-stitching into her schedule. So that's what we have kind of been adjusting to this week.
We also spent 2 days taking down
Christmas decorations and putting up winter things. Because we have so much Christmas, we help each other put it up and we help each other take it down. And then we have a lot of winter because when we switch over from Christmas to winter, we leave up our greenery and our lights because it's so empty and bare when you're used to having all the Christmas lights. So it's kind of a nice transition.
Yes.
And then we have all snowman and wintry things that we put up. We grew up in North Dakota, so winters are long. And you can hear my Minnie. She wants to go outside, but Charlie is not home to supervise. And so she cannot go outside. Track season has started. My husband is a high school track coach. And so he gets home later. And so she's very mad because she's not outside. So I'm sorry she's squawking. We'll have to just ignore her. So we spent Tuesday at Marlene's house taking down her Christmas and putting up her winter. We spent Wednesday at my house doing the same thing. So that was kind of how our week went. I do want to say, before we go on to the next part, today we're going to kind of do, we've seen a lot of people do WIP parades. Yes. Oh my goodness. I watched Helen D this morning. She had so many beautiful things. I know. I watched another one, Stitchy Friends, right? But they talked about their 12 by 12. Yes. And I saw theirs, and then they said they were going to talk a little bit about their planning and stuff. So just so many wonderful WIP parades. Yes. Because Marlene and I do ours together.
So inspirational because you want to stitch everything. So.
But because we do our floss tube together, we both have a lot of WIPs. Yes. So we're only going to do a WIP parade just for what we have going in January. And we'll kind of do that every month and to have a little mini WIP parade.
Yes,
so Minnie, we hear you. But in December, I had talked about having a very lofty goal of wanting to get 12 projects done, and that did not happen.
They were
and
close
Marlene
to being done.
Sat here and let me pick these projects that there was no way in the world I was ever going to get done. But anyway, I did get 4. I did get 4 done off of the list, so that's good. And I have one that I'll show because the others I've already showed earlier in the month of December, but I have one that I'll show today. But I think we'll go ahead and show first what we have on display in our house. A few things that we have on display in our house for our houses for January. So let's start there. So
Okay.
Marlene, do you want to show something?
Yes,
oh,
I'll show.
No,
I'll
your
start.
little
What?
O is missing.
Oh, the bow is missing?
No, there should be an O.
Oh, an O.
Minnie,
Oh,
I know
no.
you like this, but get
Oh,
down.
no, maybe I shouldn't show this one then.
Yes, show it.
Okay. Well, I'll have to look for that. I wonder where it's at. Must
I
be
don't
in
know.
my closet. Was it in the closet?
Yes.
Okay. So that's this is a FaithWorks design. There's supposed to be an O here to spell out joy. But it came off, so I'm going to have to look for it.
This was really cute because this
It has
snowman
beads.
has beads on it. And was it done with that? Yes, it's a Smyrna cross,
and then
on
beads.
every other one there was a bead. So he really glistens, really cute. And then the finishing.
I didn't even
you
notice.
stand him on an easel, right? I didn't notice either when we put him up.
Because when I was looking at it, I just thought those red things, I wasn't paying attention. I thought they were his mittens.
Oh. No, they're stars.
They're stars, yes. So anyway, so
I
have to
have
look for the
one that I put it on an easel also. This was a Lizzie Kate. It was called A Little Snow. She had one, I believe, for every season. And so, or maybe there was one every month. Anyway, I really love this design.
That's really cute.
It's really, really cute. And you can see that you'll see this green snowflake fabric appear again. I did the finishing on this one.
And this one too. The one
Yes,
that I just showed.
on FaithWorks one also. But anyway, it has this fabric on the back. So that's a Lizzie Kate. That's one of the things I have up.
And then this is another one that I have up. Carlene also did the finishing on this one. This was a Debbie Mum design. And it came as a kit. But
You changed,
I changed stuff, yes.
You did some different fibers. And
and it was you were supposed to put it on this other blue fabric and cut the pieces apart, I think, and kind of do them separate. And I did them
all one piece.
I did them all one piece. Anyway, I think it turned out really cute. I really like
darling.
it. And then Carlene did the finishing for me.
Yes, really cute. And I love this. You don't usually see the fabric like this, but it was a green snowflake, like a green and then a snowflake, and it was really pretty. I got a lot of it because I liked
really
it.
fun.
It was different.
This one was really fun because
It's very pretty, very cute.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a shepherd's bush design. This was called Frosty Morn, I believe. I ordered the mat. I'm getting a little bit of a glare on here. I ordered the mat from Shepherd's Bush and then took it to the framer. So this is a frame piece. It's not very big. It's quite small. It was very fun. There were some small, the corners here were tiny over ones. And then there were decorative stitches for the border here. So it was a very fun, design. Took a little bit longer than what I thought it was going to. It was not really a fast stitch, but really fun and something different. I finished that a few years ago.
Okay, and then this one is a Paula Vaughn from the monthly Paula Vaughn quilt book.
She took this one to the framer and had it matted.
Yes. So that's January. I just love
Isn't that
one.
just gorgeous?
Mm-hmm. I love doing Paula Vaughn.
I love that winter scene out the window.
I do too.
So pretty.
And of course the blue quilt. I just love it because blue is my favorite color. So I just love working on that.
And you found a really pretty frame because it's got a little bit of that kind of almost antique or vintage look to it with that. So that's really pretty.
Bead kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, really pretty. Yes. And then the last thing that I'm going to show was a FaithWorks design. This was a camp project in 2020. Snowflake season. It was a very fun stitch. A lot of red on that barn, but really fun and really cute, and a really cute different finish with the little pendants. We cut them from wool. And then glued the buttons on to spell out the snowflake season.
It's really cute.
It was very
fun. Mine is done too.
It's done in one of those trays that you can buy at Hobby Lobby. and
wooden
we
tray.
painted it blue. And there's enough of a ledge or an edge, I guess, on the back that you can hang it on the wall. So I have mine hanging. Marlene has hers standing on one of her window ledges. And so it looks cute either way. But I'm really excited that this can hang also because this is a nice size, and I have several of these that we could paint whatever color we wanted and use as finishing. Even if it was smaller, we could mount it on something or just put fabric on the back and then mount a smaller piece. So there's going to be a lot of options for using this, and it can either be something that sits or it could be something that hangs. So it's nice to know. And it could be either way. It could go this way too, because that little ledge goes all the way around. So this, again, was a FaithWorks design. It was a camp project. Really fun 2020.
It was very fun.
Snowflake season. So,
Okay.
then I think we're
on
going to
display.
talk about, our stats for 2022.
I don't really have mine.
Marlene doesn't have, that's why we're keeping planners so that we
Yes.
can have more accurate numbers.
Yes.
But I believe after counting, I think I have 63 WIPs that are carrying over into 2023.
I
And you
have 44, I believe.
so she has less than me. I have more. And that's not counting what I've put on my list that are going to be brand new starts.
Yes. No, that's not
I
counting
have
any of that.
27 brand new starts, and you're pretty close to that. So we have a lot of new starts along with our WIPs that we're going to be doing. I completely finished finished stitching 24 projects in 2022, and I probably missed a few, 24, and fully finished 44 projects, because I do some for Marlene, so it's always going to be more. And then we had a few that I had not finished from previous years, so they weren't necessarily finished. We'd finished stitching them prior to 2022, but they had not gotten fully finished. So those are our stats for 2022.
And you got so many of those fully finished done, because during Stitch Mania, that was one of the things you did.
I not only
Mania.
stitched, but I also finished a project in May, which was great, a great way. I got all caught up, and I'm kind of getting behind again now. But now that I'm not working, I'll be able to go back when the mood hits me. I'm not really quite there yet. I've spent this week cross stitching.
Yeah, and you need time to just relax after your busy fall semester being at school.
Just craziness.
All day long.
So, and then I had I did finish stitching. I was working on the Holly Jolly Shadow Box. This was a new start for me for our Christmas movie night that we did right before Christmas. And Marlene had a new start also. And hers is finished too. So I finished, this one was done last week, but I had not attached the little Christmas lights. So I got those attached. And then I finished the last box, which was the Noel blocks. So this was a FaithWorks design. It was her Christmas Holly Jolly Shadow Box is what it was called. And so I got that one done.
I didn't bring the picture to show how this is finished, but because it's in that snow globe.
The snow globe.
This is Hedgie's Christmas, and this was my movie night, my Christmas movie night start, and I finished it on Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, it was.
So that one's done, and it's going to be finished as an ornament in a snow. It's like in a snow.
Looks
globe.
like a little snow globe.
Yeah.
So that's a FaithWorks design
that's a
as
FaithWorks
well.
design.
So both of our finished stitches were FaithWorks design projects. So yay. Then the next thing we're going to do is show you our progress on our bowl games. Last week we pulled up the start and the end picture, but we have a lot of WIPs to show too, so we won't do that this week. We're going to just show, I had 6 bowl games. and Marlene had 4. No, I had. Well, anyway, we have a number to show.
Yes.
If you are just tuning in for the first time, we had a challenge, little that we did throughout the college football season, and Minnie. Now she's chewing on the paper. And so we had a challenge that we did. We chose 10 teams, and every week that they played and won a game, we did 100 stitches.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we just are finishing up the college championship and bowl game season.
Mm-hmm.
And so if one of our 10 teams made it to a bowl game, during the bowl game, we cross-stitched on the project for the whole game and just kind of finished up the year like that. So we assigned a cross-stitch project to each of our 10 teams. So Florida State played a bowl game last week, and I had assigned a Chatelaine Hawaii Gardens to that team. And I worked on it. I did start finally filling in the orange and reds in the volcano.
That's pretty.
It was very fun. And then there was also some sparkly blue for the ocean down at the bottom that I worked on. So that's what I did
That's really cool.
during the bowl game.
Okay, yes, and I had Florida State too. And so my project that was assigned to Florida State is Quaker Rocky Road. So I worked on that one during the game, and I got the border all finished on my first page. And now I'm starting to work on the piece of chocolate that's down here on the bottom.
I just love those colors.
Mm-hmm. These are dinky dyes.
And you are doing this over one?
Over one, yes.
On a 28 count.
I think it's 28, yeah. So anyway, it's very fun. I love working on that one.
Then last week, Notre Dame played, and I paired my Big Toe design, Prayer of St. Francis, with Notre Dame. It's the verse, and there's a lot of writing. I really, really wish I would have done this over one, but I didn't, and so it's quite large. I worked on the gold on this, on the top.
Up on the top. That's pretty.
And I'm doing this with dinky dye and 1 strand of floss in most cases. But for the gold, I'm doing 2. I wanted it to be a little bit darker and brighter.
That's pretty.
So that's what I have done.
I didn't have
I have
Notre
a
Dame.
long ways to go.
I didn't, Notre Dame wasn't one of my teams. So
No, they played in the afternoon, and then in the evening, Clemson played in the Orange
so
Bowl.
I have Clemson. And so that one was paired. Clemson was
let me
paired
find.
with
Did you have the
Seasons.
cover picture?
No, I didn't have the cover picture. I couldn't
Just a
find my
minute.
cover.
I have the cover picture,
Okay.
but I have to find it in my stack.
Okay, so this is the Fox and Rabbit design from 2022.
And the 2023 is called Royal Garden, and it's beautiful.
Yes.
If you all have not visited, it's foxandrabbit.com, I believe.
Yes.
Fox and Rabbit Designs, maybe.
Yeah.
And they do a mystery sampler every year. And so January's just came out now.
Yes. So during the game, during Clemson's game, I finished this spring box.
And then when did you start?
And then this one I started on
The
for 12 by
winter?
12.
Okay, so this was one of your 12 by 12s.
Yes, this was one of my 12.
And she started on the winter block because she wants to work on this winter box that's down here in this corner, and then the winter swag or whatever it's called that goes arches over here. Very pretty, very pretty colors.
Yes. I like
Okay,
it.
so that was yours. My team that was paired with Clemson was Tempting Teas. I'm doing this over one on 28 count country mocha with dinky dye floss.
Oh, that's good.
And I worked on the teapot,
on
during the
little
bowl
teapot.
game. Yes, I got the top half of the teapot done. I finished another page.
That's good.
It's a very slow process.
Yes.
This
Okay,
one
so-
is one of my whips that I'm going to be working on in January as well.
Yes, my changing seasons is too. Okay, then Alabama played the morning of New Year's Eve, and so I have that one paired with Poison Garden, and so let's see which way it goes. This way. This way. And so during the game, I worked on these.
The Bella Tropa?
No, I didn't work on Bella Tropa. I worked on.
Oh, rice stitches or
Yeah,
something.
the rice stitches, but I think it's still going. Yeah, I worked on the rice stitches over here, but I think I had it upside down. I don't think I started. Oh no, I did it on both sides. Here and here.
Yeah.
I did them there. Yeah. So anyway. So
Okay.
that's what I did during the game.
And my project that I paired with Alabama was Autumn Hydrangea Fog, also a chatelaine. And I'm doing this on light sand. I believe it's 32 count.
Yes, I think
And I'm
so, too.
working still on the center pond. I started the back stitching. Actually, I finished the outside borders and then started a little bit of the back stitching
This
on the
up here?
inside. Yes, right in there, the back stitching. So that's what I'm doing with that. That overdyed
pretty.
floss is a Gloriana silk. It is
Yes.
not called for because we could not find that one. And so we found
But
this
it's
one that I
pretty
think is
close
close.
to the one
That looks like it looks close.
So and
Then in the evening, and we did this while 12 by 12 was
Yes,
going on.
yes.
So our team, Alabama, the game started early in the morning at 10. So from 12 to 1, that was our first
Yeah.
project. And then we worked on some other things. And most of those are on our WIP parade for January. So we're not going to show them now. But then later on in the evening, we had two of our teams played each other. And so we worked for an hour each on those projects. So Ohio State played Georgia. And so for Georgia, I had paired it with Poison Garden. And so Marlene just showed you hers. This is mine.
She has way more done. I can't
I
wait to
started-
get to where she is.
I started working on the wrought iron gates here. I had to fill in its specialty stitches on the corner. And then the wrought iron gate here goes, it's like little fences around the poisonous plants on the corner. So that was my progress there.
Ooh, that's so pretty. I can't hardly
And
wait
we
to
worked
start
on that.
working mine
I
like
actually
this.
worked on that more. I worked on it for an hour on the day of New Year's Eve, but I'd worked on it prior because I was behind. I was
that's
catching
right.
up on that one.
Yes, I worked on, and mine is paired, and Georgia is paired with Autumn Hydrangea Fog. So Cardine showed you hers.
She has
I'm a
way
little
more
bit-
done
yes,
on her
I'm a
Autumn
little bit
Hydrangea
farther ahead
Fog.
on that one. Because of who I had it paired with. So I got to work on it more. Well, no, Alabama won quite a few games too, but
I think you had worked
I
on
think
this
I
more
had.
before the game,
Yeah, I
the
think
season
so.
started.
so anyway, so that's
It's
how much I
just
have done.
beautiful. Look at this just beautiful work. It's such beautiful stitching, Marlene.
Thank you. Anyway, so that's
Really pretty.
it's really fun.
Oh, I can hardly wait to get to that part. And then so Georgia played Clemson.
No, Georgia played
Ohio
State.
Ohio State. And we had paired our long dog sampler quilted bees with Clemson.
With Ohio State.
With Ohio State. This is also for both of us. This
Yes.
is one of our WIPs for
Yes.
January.
Yes, and
so
I have that one paired with.
yes,
Ohio,
your picture is the same as mine.
Yes, it's the same.
Imagine that. So this is what I have done. I'm just filling in this patch right here for quilted bees.
Which one is that?
This is on also light sand.
Yes.
Using anchor floss.
And this is mine.
And some Krynic, treasure braids, sparkly.
We're
We're using sparkly for the
bugs.
bees and the bugs.
And then here's mine.
Isn't that just gorgeous? So she has more done on hers also. She's actually started on page 2.
I have to remember to finish this center up here.
Oh, you're missing a center.
Yeah, I haven't finished it.
Oh, so pretty.
Yeah.
Very, very pretty. So those were our bowl games.
Yes.
We have the championship game on Monday evening.
Very sleepy. Why don't you go take a nap?
So we are going to both be working on our projects that we paired with Georgia
Yes.
on Monday evening. And then I have North Dakota State that I picked, and they are in their championship game. They're not a Division I team, so they're playing a separate championship game, and that's actually Sunday at noon.
Yes.
So I'll be watching that game before I start watching NFL games. So now the next thing we're going to do is our WIP parades.
Yes.
So here we go. These are projects that we're going to be working on, have already started, and then we'll be working on during the month of January.
Yes.
So to start with, we had a Christmas Day start, both of us. Do you want to show yours too, Marlene? We did one of the Hello Liz Matthews, or from Liz Matthews, 12 Days of Christmas. I chose day 4.
And I chose day 5.
And we worked on it for 2 hours every day for the past 12 days. So yesterday was day 12. I don't really know. I thought January 6th was supposed to be day 12.
I don't think we were supposed to count Christmas Day.
No, probably not. So anyway, this is how much I got done. So I am working on filling in the background here just a little at a time. And I got to start on a bird, and a third bird. And then there's one more bird down here below. And then the border.
That's so pretty.
Yes, I'm really loving this. We are doing this on 40 count French lace with NPI silks.
Yes. And here's mine. I got the border all done on the bottom. And now I'm filling in the ground that goes here under the trees and under the little reindeer.
So pretty.
And then there's a lot more snowflakes and stuff that go up here, and then the rings and
The rings are at the top.
yes, they're towards the top.
So now, is this the bottom of the border?
Yes, this is the bottom.
So that's the bottom. She started right in the middle with her little dove, and then she went down. She always works. She likes to get to the bottom and then work up, whereas I worked up from the middle, and then now I'm working down.
So I'm excited to work on it some more.
Yes, so that was our Christmas Day start.
Yes.
Our new start. And then we started January 1st, we started our first lady. Those of you that have maybe not watched all of our floss tubes, this year in 2023, we are going to have a new start every month, and it's going to be a lady. And so our first one that we're doing, we aren't always going to have the same, but we both love these designs. They're Joan Elliott, and it's London. And so this was the first one we started because we thought it looked perfect, like she's strutting out on the streets of London for a New Year's celebration. Yes. So we both got a start. So
this is what I have done.
Yeah, that way. Isn't her?
Now I haven't worked on mine since last Sunday.
Oh, that's right, because this is your weekend project.
Yes, this is
in
my
January.
Weekend stitch. So I'm going to do this on Saturday and Sunday.
And Sunday.
Yes, so this is all I'm going to be working on.
It actually goes pretty fast.
It does.
I worked a little bit on
I'm excited
it.
to get to that part.
I worked a little bit on it. Not every day, but I worked a little bit on it. And so I'm coming along. If we can get 2 pages done each week, this will be a finish by the end of January. And I think 2 pages a week are doable. This is page 1 is almost done. And then I have the weekend to get page 2 done. So
Did you see how the little button turned out?
Yes, I put mine in.
Isn't it
and then
perfect?
we need to choose a bead. It has to be a green bead that goes in the middle.
Yeah.
So those are 2 of our WIPs.
Yes.
Then I have another WIP that I'm going to be working on. This one is Heartstrings Samplery, Hibernation Day. I love the verse. Do you want to show what I have done? Yes. This one I'm hoping is going to be a finish. The verse says, I love the snap of winter air and snowflakes. Pull it down just a little so they can see this, the top. And then you can show it. It's a big piece. I love the snap of winter air and snowflakes on my face. How snow drifts make the world disappear without a trace.
Looks like
I'll take a day dressed in pajamas in a room without a view if I can spend the day curled up next to you. Let's have a hibernation day, me and you. I changed the colors because I thought that the words were hard to read on the design, and so I changed the colors out. It looks a little more Christmassy than I thought it was going to. But I like it.
Yes.
And it's going to go up in January. It's going to be a January one that I hang up.
That's very pretty. Are you going to get it framed or are you going to do your own finish?
I haven't decided.
Okay, and then my WIP that I have is Alpine Garden.
That looks snowy and pretty. Woodsy.
And this is what I have done. I worked on this one for 12 by 12, and so it was just an hour, so all I got done were these little pink stitches.
Yeah, I worked on
the rest was
Hibernation
done
Day
before.
too. I worked, and I got that red put in. Hibernation Day. Okay, then another one of my WIPs is Changing Seasons. This is actually also paired with one of my football teams for college game day, but they haven't played yet. They're bowl games, so I'm showing it now as a WIP. I finished. I had a lot of catching up to do because they won a lot of games and I had not been able to stay caught up. So I got the summer block done up here.
It turned out so pretty.
And it just screams sunflowers to me. And so I am happy with that. I'm planning to go down during the bowl game or the championship game and work on the fall block. And then I'll do winter and start the winter swag because I want to work on that. So that's what I'm going to be working on this one. I'm going to be working on this every month. But this is a WIP for January.
Yes. Okay.
And then
another WIP I have is the Home Sweet Home that was in the Just Cross Stitch magazine. It's a Faithworks design. I'm way behind on it.
I have this one too, but it's not coming up in
January.
January.
I have dangling threads. And I worked on just back stitching my little...
Was this one of your 12 by 12s?
This was one of my 12 by 12s. So I just got a little bit of the back stitching done. I'm just back. I have all of this back stitched. I back stitched down here around the door, and so I just have these little railings to do, and this side.
Oh, that won't take to long.
Do. So yeah,
and then that one will be done.
Yeah, and then that one will be done, and I get to go to another one.
Then another new start.
The magazine is yours.
Oh, that's right. Another new start for 12 by 12 was a Faithworks design called, it was a January Undercover Close. She did a monthly series. And it actually, let me show you the picture of the back. You had this one too, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
It's 3 pieces. And it's going to be so that it can stand up. So when we finish it, there's going to be a ribbon that runs across the 3 pieces, and then they'll stand up, kind of like a little easel. So this is what I got done during 12 by 12. I almost got the outline done of the first box. And Marlene got almost the same amount.
Yes.
So it's very pretty. It's all white and black.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited. This is going to be a finish.
Yeah, I should be able to get mine finished too.
This is now that I've got Holly Jolly Shadow Box done. Now this is the next one that I'm going to work on to get finished. I want to work on some of the smalls.
Yes. I have one that I'm working on now that is the small that I'm hoping to get done. Okay, and so then another
Anniversaries of the Heart.
Anniversaries of the Heart.
This was a 12-part series that Blackbird Designs did.
And I haven't worked on this one. I showed it. It was paired with one of my teams on my college game day challenge, but I haven't worked on it since the game, so I haven't gotten anything else done.
I might as well
I'm working on that
mine
one.
too.
On the, is it showing? The one that I'm working on?
Yes. Moonlight Garden.
Yeah, Moonlight Garden. So that's what
That's
I have
pretty.
done.
We did this on summer khaki.
Okay.
32 count, I believe. Summer khaki fabric. Then another new start for 12 by 12, which I want to get finished, is Winter Wonderland. Marlene told me it's called something else. What's it called?
Well, I call it Winter Pin Pillow, but that's
yes,
Winter
that's what
Wonderland Pin
Pillow. Oh, okay. And so there was a new start, and I got this much done. Durland.
I got Erlan. I don't have the D quite finished.
So that is going to be a quick finish. That one will get done.
Yes.
And then I also have, this is going to be a new start for me, Winter Door Hanger. This will be a new start.
Mine is
This is a Faithworks design.
Yes, I have that one too, but I haven't started.
It's done on opalescent fabric. I haven't started, but I'll show you the fabric. It's that pretty fabric that has a little bit of a glitter in it, a sparkle. She's just crying and crying. And then these are the colors. So really pretty, really wintry looking. And then we have one Krynic braid. This one will not really be a very fast stitch.
No, it takes a while.
Because the checkerboard border that's there has to be stitched. So, and then the letters are all back stitched.
Yes.
But it's pretty, it's frosty looking.
Yes, it's
so I'm excited to work on that. This one will be a new start. Yes. Oh, I wish Charlie would get home and take care of his little cat. His little spoiled kid.
Then another WIP that I have is my Lizzie Kate, A Little Mystery. I finished the big project, the big sampler project. Now I'm just working on the smalls. So this is just a small sampler, and so that's how much I have done. This is one that I'm hoping, I have this one, the little small sampler, and another pin pillow to do, and that's all I have left to finish on that. So I'm hoping to get both of these done.
This is one that has really pretty colors.
Yes, it does.
I'm going to be working on my nostalgia. This is not my most favorite project. I love the designs. I love the colors. But it's a very slow project for me. There were 12 blocks. I have only just a motif left, a little bit of a motif here, and this corner motif left on block 5. And then I've started the borders on block 6 and on block 7. So in January, I want to get the 5 finished and then get block 6 done. My challenge in my my group that I belong to, Magical Stitches, I have to have next week a project with 3 or more people in it. So this will be perfect because there's 5.
The little ladies and the little
Yes.
gentlemen. Okay, then a new start for 12 by 12 that I'm going to continue in January. It was a Sister's Love. That's a blackbird design.
Mhm.
And
It's a reproduction
yes,
sampler.
a reproduction sampler.
So we're doing this for January's sample blessing. Yes,
Yes.
Minnie, we know that
Yes,
we hear you.
It is getting dark out now. You can't go outside.
She's knocking everything down.
Yes, I see that.
Can you please sit down? Yes, you're being kind of naughty. I know. You
And
want
this
to
is
go
what
outside.
I have done on it. Just the border. I'm working on coming back up and putting those little
Minnie.
leaves in. So
Very
it's
pretty.
really fun. And
We are doing this on 40 count country mocha.
And we're using the
Minnie.
called for threads out. And we're doing 1 strand.
And yours is All Weeks Dye Works.
All weeks dye works.
And I chose also a blackbird design, A Heart Remembers. This is also a reproduction sampler from 1867. I said 1837. And this is what I have done on mine.
Say the year on this one.
Mine is also on 40 count over 2 with 1 strand of floss. I have a Weeks Dye Works Gentle Art Sampler threads and some Classic Color Works on mine.
Does mine have a year? Does it say a year on mine?
I thought it did. Maybe not.
Anyway, I liked this one.
It's very pretty. Okay, then another one that I am going to be doing. This one I'm going to be doing every week all year long because it's a DMC challenge. I have a different DMC color every week, and I'm not caught up with 2022. So, Long Dog Sampler. I worked on this for
Life After Death.
Yes, Life After Death. I worked on this for 12 by 12, and I worked on this swirly stuff up here. There's like a moon or a sun. I think it's a moon because I think there's like a bird, like an owl perched up here too. That I'm going to use a yellow shade to put in the center, but this outside, I wanted it to look like, I don't know, atmosphere. So it's blue. It's going to be a disaster by the time I get done because I have all these colors.
Oh, I think you can tie them in though.
I think so. I think it will be fun. Okay, what else do you have?
I'm done.
You're all done?
Yeah, because these are yours.
Oh. Then I also have my
challenges.
full coverage. Yes, and I'm doing the mini treasure hunt bookshelf. It's a heaven and earth design. This one I'm going to be working on every week. I have a monthly goal set for this because it's a year-long challenge as part of my Magical Stitches. And so I want to get 5 blocks done a week because I want to make progress. Do you want to know how many blocks I've done this week?
None.
Not a one. So I am going to need to get busy.
You're already behind.
Yes. Next week, one of my tasks was to stitch on the project that has been the longest since I've touched. This is my oldest WIP. I do not know when I started it. It's called Grandma's Rose Garden. It's got a lot of, well, it's really not cross stitch. It's like satin stitch and specialty stitches. And I did not mark the top, which is going to be very fun.
Oh, yes.
But they're all the same. I mean, it's satin stitch. I think this is the top because I put my needle up here. So I'm thinking this is the top. I have not touched this for a long time. And so I'm going to work on this. And I'm hoping I can get it done this year. But I don't know. Anyway,
What do
There's
you
that
have
one.
left to do? You have, it looks like you have the
Oh,
center done.
I have the center pretty much done. Yes, now I have all this filling in, and then I have the row,
all of that in the
the
background has to be filled in?
tulips. Yes,
Oh.
some kind of specialty stitch.
Oh, okay.
So I'm working. I've got the white filled in between the leaves here, and I'm working on the checkerboard here, and then I don't know what this is, and then I have the tulips and then something else over here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I can't even see that
So,
on there.
and this is an old project. It's done on some kind of even weave. I don't know. Then I have my Anniversaries of the Heart, which I'm close to being done. This was one that I wanted to have finished by the end of December, but it didn't happen. I'm working on, this block is almost done. And then the bonus block is this one, which will have my information in it. So this is my Anniversaries of the Heart. Again, we did this on summer khaki, and you can see my block that says remember me is, no, it says sisters are we. That's going to be for my 4 sisters. And then the last block, I have the border done. Mostly I'm filling in the flowers on the border. So anyway, this was
really
that 12-part series, Anniversaries of the Heart.
And I think we started it in 2019. I think that's when we started it, because we started it the year that we did the peacock from
Yes,
Fox and Rabbit
2019. And then the other thing that Marlene and I just decided that we're going to do, we're both on the last panel of our nativity. And so we're working on, yes, it's done by Marbeck. This was an old pattern. Marlene has the bottom almost done. She has this sheep left, right?
And I think...
And a little bit of the stairs.
Yes, the steps. I haven't put those in. And then I think I'm working on these streamers back here by Joseph, and I think I have to backstitch Joseph.
And then the last part that goes on the same panel is the Bethlehem Star. And it has 2 angels and then some more streamers and the big star, which are all done with Kreinik braids. And so Marlene and I are we're both working on this. And I have this much done. I have a lot left to do on the bottom. But we decided that we're going to work on it on the 25th of every month. Because we could get quite a bit done if we worked, just dedicated one day to it and worked on it. And hopefully maybe have this one done by the end of the year. So that's our plan. So those are our WIPs for the month of January. Some of them will be finishes.
Yeah.
Most of them will not. Most of them will continue and they'll come back around again at some point during the year. And so that's what we have. But then we also kind of started talking about, okay, we know that as the year goes on, sometimes it's just like, oh, I really want to have a new project, or I want to start, like we really need a new project.
Yes.
But
it's so much fun to
it
start
is
new
so
projects.
much fun. So we both went through our stash of patterns and designs, and we each picked out a few that were things that we thought we might want to do as a new start. And we kind of did for the seasons, but then a little bit not for the seasons. So Marlene, did you choose anything that was winter?
Yes, I used this one because February is winter. So
yes, it is.
This one, Quaker Hearts. Is it Quaker? No, February Quaker from the Heart.
Those are pretty.
Uh-huh.
Well, I had
This is a pattern that I picked up at camp.
I had a couple that I liked that were actually winter. This was one I forgot I even had. It's a little house and it's called Snowflakes. And I really loved that one.
That's pretty.
And then this one says over the river and through the woods. And I liked that one. So I have a couple. And then I had one that was actually pulled out from a magazine that was really small. And so I pulled this one out too. It just says follow your heart.
Oh, that's good.
Because sometimes it's when I have a lot of big projects, and it's nice to have something small. I know Little House Needleworks, both of those are going to be bigger projects. They are always more stitches than what you think they're going to be. So those were ones that are possibilities. Did you have anything? I had one. Also, Erica Michaels, The Irish Blessing.
Oh yeah, do I have that one?
And that one's on silk gauze. And but what I may do is change it and not do it on the silk gauze, but do it on a fabric. I'm just not sure. Anyway, that might be a possibility. And I pulled that one out too.
Yes, this one was.
This is my big toe. I'll take it out of the plastic.
Okay.
And this is the words to the song, It Is Well With My Soul. And I wanted to start this one in April.
Oh, yeah.
This was our mother's favorite song. We had it sung at her funeral and her memorial service. And so we, both of us pulled this one out. We did not talk about what we were pulling out. But we got this one, but we have not, neither one of us have started it. And so I would like to do that as a start, maybe on her birthday.
Yeah, that would be good.
That would be a fun thing to do, to start on her birthday. Did you have any summer ones?
Yes, I had a summer one. It's this Plum Street Samplers.
Oh,
a new constellation, but it's
that's pretty.
I didn't take it out. Let me take it
I
out.
didn't have anything that looked patriotic. I didn't pull.
I had a patriotic.
But I liked this
one. From.
Another small one that I thought would be cute maybe to have. I don't know.
I don't know where this one came from. It must have been something maybe Nancy had that I picked up one day at a stitch-in.
Maybe so. That's pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
I didn't have even a folder for Plum Street Sampler.
I don't have very many.
And I love Plum Street Sampler.
I do too. So I was very excited when I found this one because I didn't even realize I had it.
Another one, this is another My Big Toe, but I already have this one kitted with fabric.
Oh, and you have a star?
No, I don't. I just have floss. I love the saying, sorrow looks back, worry looks around, faith looks up. I love that one. So that and another, that one's small. And then did you have any fall ones?
Yes, but where did it go?
I don't know. I had this one. I got this one at camp. It's a Hello Liz Matthews, and for some reason, I just really love this bird. And so I thought, this would be a pretty fall, late summer maybe, like September, because it has the alphabet letters. So I like that one. What one? Here it is. Oh, you have a Halloween one.
Yes, a Halloween.
Charlie's Home, yay. I love that.
Yes.
So cute. I want to do that, and this is a big project. Hi, honey.
Hi, Charlie.
I want to do the Quaker Halloween. I just love this design. I just ordered it.
Oh.
I ordered this one, and I got you Tiny Town.
I had several.
This is from Lila's studio.
Several Halloween ones because I picked up, it was from
this one was done on Murky, and I want to do it on Murky.
It's the same designer from the Heart, and I have a Halloween Quaker that I just picked up at camp.
Oh.
And then I also have the Halloween quilts. That's a Rosewood Manor.
Oh yes.
I just picked one, and I picked this one because I've been dying to do Tiny Towns.
And then I want to do a Christmas Eve and a Christmas Day new start.
Oh.
Next year. I want to do the one I showed it last week. But the Search the Sky.
Oh yeah.
I want to start that one on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
And then
do that too.
Yes. And then I want to do this one, Joyous Noel.
Yes, I'm going to do that one too.
On Christmas Day as a sampler. It's so pretty. This is a blackbird design. And it is just so pretty. I love the colors because it's Christmas, and yet there are some colors in there that don't really look that
Yeah.
Christmassy. So
It's very pretty.
anyway, those are our kind of our wish list go-to basket when we have the urge to start something new. Like we're not already starting new things.
I know.
So
But it's so fun to start new stuff.
it is fun to start new stuff. So on that note, we hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Get lots of stitching time. Remember that a day without laughter is like a day without sunshine.
So wherever you are, bring your own sunshine
And keep on stitching. We'll see you next week.
Bye.